A common thing we run into these days is organizations asking us to divide up big monolithic systems to help them divide them up into microservices. Now, when we come in and do that, fortunately, quite a few of our architects know that the best answer to that question for a lot of organizations is, no, you don't want to do that. Because microservices are very fashionable at the moment, but they're always the best solution. The monoliths have a lot of advantages in handling them, and particularly for organizations that are, shall we say, have less expertise in things like DevOps, you really don't want to go down that microservice path, at least not first. You need to get other stuff sorted out initially. But assuming you are going down that path for a good reason, how do you go down that? How do you break up the monolith? And a very crucial part of this, again, is understanding how much value is going through different parts of the business. We had one client that was an insurance company. They had various lines of insurance. Car insurance, home insurance, life insurance, whatever. You can insure whatever, all sorts of things these days. And they wanted to figure out how they should break things up. They knew that breaking up by lines of business made sense, and that apparently did make sense in that circumstance, so that's good. But which order should you do things? Well, it's very hard to figure out that without the knowledge of how much money is actually going through the different lines. With that understanding, you can get a better sense of, okay, which lines of business carry the most money? Which ones do we think are going to have the greatest amount of change in the future? Because obviously the things that are changing more rapidly are the ones that are going to benefit most by being isolated away and made easier to change. You want to move something early on that's not too critical to the overall flow of the organization, because you're going to mess things up the first time. Everybody messes everything up the first time. So you want to do something that's not absolutely critical, get that working, and then move quickly to the ones where you're going to get the biggest return on the value. But all of these decisions are based on the business value side of things. There will be technical concerns as well as to how you break things up, but often they'll be secondary to the business concerns.